In order to progress in the main scenario quest, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. Alright, fantastic. We must complete the Legacy of a Log. Let's go ahead and get on that then for us. So how can Wave Rider die, Wave Rider? Let him do the trick. Hello, Rambros. How progress is your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's stronghold? These are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. The purity is astounding. You've done well, then. With these in opposition, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, the war camp of the Amalja in Thunalon, the latter in Nutalon, the roost of the Exal in the hills of Kurthus. You can expect them to be closely guarded. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Well. A Flame Eater! Let's dance, Flame Eater. Hello, Sky Caroline. Well, Sky Color, you're kind of a wuss. Now you're dead. Hello, Rambros. Ben, it's good to see you again. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastman? Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed with the next stage of the preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed, ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones in which it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ulda seems the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no aether sand was currently available, though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I'm well aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear that that the more we delay in our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I entrust you with the payment for our purchase, and send you to speak directly with the Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when we next meet, you'll have found at least one of the 4 varieties of aether sand we require. Ah, Master Muir. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Coinarch? What fortunate timing. I was just about to go contact Mr. Rambrose with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected aether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. First speak with Jiminy over the... I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on! Wait, isn't he like... doesn't he have an Irish accent or a Scottish accent? Come on! There must be something you can do! Not without the sand, we'd have to rethink our whole designs. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying this is not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Ben! It's been a long time. What brings you here, then? I got an eye for something expensive, have ya? Yeah, I'm here for the aether sand. Well, now, that's quite a money pouch. Of course, the sound of so many guild clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the bloomin' aether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the Allegan civilization subject is worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with the new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say tinkering, wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We've got an idea for it when we heard how you lot had used corrupted crystals on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our designs call for all 4 varieties of aether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim to this batch here. Even for you, lad. Now, we're meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, my duty compels me to point out this gentleman is a representative of an organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright. This batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But, if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day that you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or 2. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected aether sand as well, right? And rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens that I know a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thunelon who, very occasionally, handles the earth-aspected varieties of aether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't be holding his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thunderland without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Frog. You should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I mention on her? Aye, Wedge. Thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Save your greetings. You look like if you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is a squat, silent type. A type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic, but as you asked, my employer, a Lollifellan lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what he called it, 'tis apparently worth a small fortune, anyway. When we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined to not return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion. I've not seen him since. Oh, friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. It is just possible that the poor sod may have yet lost, may yet be lost in an old Amaljan mithril mine. But I fear the bandits have caught up with him by now. How could I be so stupid? Sneaking into a bandit's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do. And now I'm going to die for it. No, I need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. Oh. Ben, is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sands, which Biggs and I need for research, as it happens. I can see it, perhaps a touch foolish, and very nearly fatal. But I did succeed in snatching the stuff. Before my bodyguard ran away, and several dozen bandits came piling to me with knives and axes, and what looked very much like a plank with a rusted nail on it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here, in my oh dear. Must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find the ether sand in my stead? Oh, thank gods. You're a true friend, Ben. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. That's okay. They won't care much when they're all dead. It's time to kill everyone! Let's do this. Earth-cradled ether sand. Go and study your classes. Whatever. Fen! Have you had any luck locating the ether sand? Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once to tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand. And you're working with the chief. A treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then, you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place. And you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Fen. Ah, Fen, you have returned. I take it from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I'd hoped, you would say. Forgive me. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare irrelevant crystals, I shall see... What is his voice like again? I shall see it to work immediately. Truth be told, I have been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like this every day. Oh well. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Now stake me not, old friend, but I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you can simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine. The moment I turn my back, how's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there is a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order. But first, have at you. But first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Fen has won for our cause. If only for a moment. Alright, sounds good. And there we go. I'm sure that when I start getting, like, through the MSQ, I'll probably use materia. Until then, probably not. There's nothing wrong with using materia. You should use it if you want to get little bonuses. But if we look at our gear, like we have this stuff, the augmented ironworks stuff. And so, as soon as we hit Heaven's Sword, as soon as we get in, we're just going to buy new stuff. And it'll be much better. Performance of the Ages. Yes, yes. As we speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand, some days ago I asked a Charlian acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fates. As I mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud. Seek out Parsamontre, the master of markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it's he. Yes? I'm sorry. Did you say you wish to purchase ether sands? My dear fellow, have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many long years. I could tell you where you might find... we might mine the ore from which the water-aspected variety of abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. You are familiar with Earth's gifts? Earth's gift. That is where the ore is to be found, and in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the betusked nightmare, you will know that you were in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. You are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You will find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed material you hoped to find is gone. Taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind-touched variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention. Go. A band of exile in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Exalt logging grounds in the Northern Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusements shall begin. May the best man win. Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind-touch abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help but feeling that the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in the clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dillons. Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that The thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal as you have shown today. Shall we meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you might imagine? What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? You brought both? I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. There. That should do the trick. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Ben here's the one you should be thinking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. You can't go without us. No. Big switch. Come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day that you get a chance to study the wonders of ancient Allegan Empire, now is it? Their technology makes Gallimides look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do. But we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology that they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion as on both occasions. We should not be responsible as to another risk. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It is, freedom through technology. Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break our oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed us twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of this country. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether sands? I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier than I could have. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Wait, is this Graha? Oh, it's him. So this is where we meet him. I have no idea what he sounds like. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I'm Graha Tia, one of the students of Baldessian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Graha Tia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him to our and welcome him as one to our own. So then, our fellowship is complete. All stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah! Noah? That's the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Coinage, now can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark on the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical. Historical. And so it does, technically. But my true reason for choosing the name stems from the fact that it is shared by vaunted elegant Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Yeah. Woo, yeah! Very well. Now the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled. It's time to set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Yeah. Yeah! Ready! Set! To be continued.